In this video, the speaker talks about how likely it is that OKX, a cryptocurrency exchange, will take 5 more safe currencies off of its list of currencies for customers in the European Union in March. The speaker is talking about how likely it is that this will happen. Based on this new information, Uphold has chosen to take USDT and 5 other stable currencies off its list of cryptocurrencies by July 1st. They cite me as their source. People have also talked about this subject. It is expected that there will be more rules all over the world in 2025. To be more exact, the United States of America, whose government supports cryptocurrency, will be putting together a regulatory framework. Coinbase made the choice on December 12th while they were planning to take the USDT stable token off the list. This token is released by Tether in Europe. In the future, the company will also look into the idea of providing services for stable currencies that are in line with Maya rules. Even so, it's not a good idea to think that Tether will be able to meet the requirements of the M standard. Brad Garlinghouse also told them that Tether is not unbreakable, and that if they kept using it, they would lose Marcus as part of the company. He said over and over during the call that this warning had been sent out 3 or 4 times. Coins that are steady have a market value of about $200 billion right now. It's thought that the amount will rise by between $2 trillion and $3 trillion, which is 10 to 20 times more than this number. Because Tether has most of the market share right now, the speaker thinks that market share may change sometime. This is not the case right now, though. The US government is worried about how Tether is used in places other than the US. Even though the prices of Tether and USDC will continue to rise along with the market, there is still a chance that something else will happen. At the end of the talk, the speaker stresses how important it is to get ready for the possibility that Tether, USDT, and other stablecoins will be taken off the market next year. Besides that, though, they show how dangerous it could be for things to fall one after another as the market grows. There are no rules about the digital currency called Tether in the United States. It is meant to be a substitute for the dollar. Something fair was agreed upon between the cryptocurrency Tether and its sister company Bitfix in the year 2021. A settlement deal was reached between the two companies to end the dispute after the Attorney General of New York said Tether had lied about its reserves and financial health. In exchange for the deal, they agreed to pay fines totaling $18.5 million and were not allowed to do business with people or groups in the state of New York. Besides that, they had to say sorry for what they did. In spite of the fact that Tether is still used by many people around the world, it is always being looked into to see what its stocks are and whether it follows the law in many places. If Ripple's ties to other companies work out well, it could help the company do better in the steady market for digital currencies. Stable currencies have been used by Ripple for their payment flows ever since the financial crisis began. At that time, the amount of USDC they were making was 20% of all the money that was in circulation. Ripple says that there is a chance that stablecoins, especially the RLUSD stablecoin, will do business on the market. Ripple has used stable currencies for their payments for a number of years now. They have seen a big rise in the number of deals that are made by institutions since they started using stablecoins. There was a chance for Ripple to get into the market after the financial crisis caused the USDCD to lose 7% of its value. There is a chance that Ripple will be able to join the stablecoin market because its balance sheet is strong. And it generates action. Because it puts a lot of importance on trust, compliance checks, and being open, Ripple is well on its way to becoming the market leader in stablecoins. Ripple has set itself up to rule the market and become the most powerful company, because it has been doing all of the things it has been doing. Effective application of all the rules that are still in place will start on December 30th. All crypto asset service providers will need to follow these rules. The stablecoin is something that everyone in Europe should know about. The rules that govern cryptocurrencies are about to go through a big change. Smokedog was another source that gave this information. They said that the process of lowering Tether had already started. This not only shows how important it is for the stable currency market to be fair and follow the rules, but it also shows how Ripple can make money from the growing industry and its connections to Ripple. That is, this shows that Ripple is important for a stable currency market. A study about the future of crypto in 2025 says that Tether, the company that makes stablecoins, may have hit its peak level of dominance in the stablecoin market. This comment is based on what the study might find. Several groups say there are signs that Tether is slowly losing its market power, which is the same thing as Bitcoin's domination. Tether's market share has stayed mostly the same at 69.7%, which is about the same as Bitcoin's market share, which is said to be between 70 and 80%. In the cryptocurrency world, new stable currencies like Athena Labs USD and Money's USDC are becoming very famous very quickly. The first safe currency to be used was the RLUSD. The coin could be taken off the market because it doesn't meet MIA requirements. This means that Tether's market share would potentially drop more in Europe. This is because the MIA standards haven't always been met. Circle and Binance have now made a deal that will make it easier for people to use USDC on Binance, which is the biggest controlled exchange on the market right now. It is expected that the EU market based on Tether would lose a lot of market share because Ripple is already working on getting big rights to enter the market there. This is because Ripple is already trying to get into the market in the EU. May's approval could be a sign that Tether will continue to lose market share in the future when it comes to stable currency. Control. There is a chance that USDC will gain a lot of market share from Tether because it is known for being reliable and following the rules. People may have changed their minds because of USDC's image. When crypto assets regulated stablecoin markets open in Europe in 2024, the market for stablecoins is expected to hit a new all-time high. The size of this market is expected to go over $200 billion. This is the main thing that led to the creation of this prediction. It is expected that USDC will have a bigger share of the market than Tether because it is committed to being fully open and following all the rules. One of the many bad things that Tether has had to deal with is the $11.8 million fine it had to pay because the Attorney General of the state of New York said it broke the law. For the past year and now, USDCC has had a bigger effect than the year before because institutions have turned away from Tether. This is why it is thought that regulatory steps and breaches will have this is the case because of how things are. Companies with offices in the United States like Ripple and Circle may stand to gain a lot from this move. People who have the stablecoin will now be surprised by how much RLUSD there is. Everyone needs to pay attention to the facts about different stablecoin issuers since Tether has been the subject of videos on YouTube for years that the problems that this cryptocurrency has. The reason for this is that Tether has been written about. People think that by the end of this year, Tether will start to feel heat from the whole EU market. A lot of people still think that Tether will never go away, which is unfortunate, but it's not true. That being said, this pressure is likely to have a big effect on Tether. This will eventually cause USDC and maybe other safe currencies like RLUSD to become more popular instead of Tether. This change in dominance will lead to a change in effect in the end. In short, Tether is expected to lose its market power in the European Union because of changes in the law and competition from new companies that issue stable currencies like Ripple and Circle. This is the result that can be reached from what has been said so far. Right now, you're in this situation even though Tether may still have a big share of the stablecoin market.